announcements. Woo. And some super fun feedback happening in the room, but that's okay. Hey, can we get someone to close the doors in the back? Okay, so first of all, we are done. Ooh,
moonlighting.
We are done with our series In Charge. Can we get some lights that don't blind the people? It's okay. Good morning to you. So we are done with our series called In Charge, which is on authority, but we do have a new series which has started tonight. Chris, tell them about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, we got a new series tonight that we're starting. It's called Moving On. And with that comes another fancy smancy Devo, which we're going to be obviously starting tonight. And if you want to follow along on that Devo, it's in the YouVersion Bible app. And you will be able to find all of that kind of stuff, especially the link to that Devo on the link tree on our Instagram or on our website. And this is a 21-day series. And if you start tonight or tomorrow, you can follow along with the series for all 3 weeks, which I recommend you do.
Awesome. Also, coming up at the end of November, we are having a baptism. If you want to take the next step in your faith, please, we would love to have a conversation with you about baptism and what that means and what it looks like in your life. So that weekend will also be, and that weekend is November 20 to 21, the Saturday service and Sunday service. It's also our celebration Sunday. So there will be a big meal and we'll be, I think, in the gym. And so we're all going to eat a meal together after service. So come and talk to either Josh and I or your leaders after shift tonight. Sweet. And speaking of service, we always sit second service in the loft. So that's the 11 a.m. service. So if you want to come join us, your families are welcome too. Don't worry, it's not just you guys. So if you want to come join us, come sit with us during service. We just get to sit and worship together on Sunday morning. So if you guys want to see us more than once on Sunday night, come join us then. But now, does anyone have a birthday today? Or did anyone bring a new friend?
I think I know somebody's got a birthday. Yeah.
Anyone? Come on up.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Happy birthday,
It's your
Nick.
birthday tonight?
Well, 7th graders are singing happy birthday
Happy
today.
birthday. Okay.
All right.
So here in shift, if it's either your birthday or you brought a friend, you can go to the end. It's your birthday. We'll sing to you. You guys get a chance at the Impossible Shot. Josh, what is our gift card at right now? If you want $122, bring a friend to shift because it's an Amazon gift card and you can get quite a bit there. So, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So what's going on here is when you bring a new person or it's your first time, that Impossible Shot sign right there is what you're aiming at. We will give you here you go. You can set them up with that.
Absolutely.
We will give you a bow and an arrow, and all you have to do, super simple, is make it through the O, that little tiny hole there. It's so easy. That's why it's called the Impossible Shot. So I heard someone say it's not easy. That's why it's at $122, because each time you miss, it goes up $1 more. So, Faith, I know you. Who's your friend? Bella. Nice to meet you. You've been here before.
Not to shift.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect. Then you get a chance. Can we get some music in the back? So, let's give a drum roll for Faith, the first person up. If you hit my guitar, I will take $10 off. Hey, I mean, right there. Just don't hit the speaker because that's not good either. Okay. Drum roll. Okay, ready? Hey, that was better than Faith. Okay, next person, come on up. What's your name?
What's your name?
Rebecca? Nice to meet you. Okay,
Any way you want to. Here's an arrow.
okay,
Hey.
here. This goes right here, like that. And don't worry, when I did that last year, I held it backwards. It was not good, did not work. So, drum roll. That was pretty good. Way to go.
I'll take it, yeah. All right, you're up, yeah? Let's do
Okay,
this.
you are up. Here you go. Little hooks go right here. Okay, drum roll.
Right.
It's pretty close. Okay, how many people was that? That was 4?
Yeah, that's 4.
120,
126.
$126. Nope. Here. The arrows go in there. The impossible
Yeah,
part
you
is
got it,
apparently
you got it.
setting up the bow.
You got it.
There you go.
You almost had it. Come on. You got this. There you go. There you go. Ooh. Oh, that was in the gym. That went in the gym. Nice, dude.
Sweet.
You know how to do it? Yeah, all right.
I'm surprised that was the first person to hit that speaker. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. All right.
Nice. Okay. 128. I have all of them. I'm so sorry.
Oh, 129.
129. My guitar is in a dangerous spot. Please don't hit it.
Bonus points.
I'll take off $10.
Oh, man.
Hey. Oh, that was really good. Come on up. Come on up.
Come on, come on.
We've been having a lot of people each week, so good job, everyone.
You've got this.
Hey, good
130.
job. Okay, 130.
130.
$130. Bailey,
130.
you got this. Christmas is coming. You can buy presents for everyone.
Exactly. Ooh. Nice try. I got it.
131.
All right, Nick Eisen. Relax, man.
Okay, cool. Hey, one of these days it's gonna hit the rebound.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, man. Nick.
Okay, was that 132?
132.
I think that was 132.
132.
Someone write that down. Tell me next
Someone-
week.
132.
So, great job bringing new friends, everyone. So, what's a friend? We're all friends
too.
here. We are going to start up with our game for the night, which is
So this
Holiday
game is
or not a day.
Holiday or not a day. But hey,
take a seat, take a seat.
We're
We're
this
gonna do a-
holiday or not a day.
We're going
has
to do a
us-
little spin.
Yeah, yeah.
Your leaders are going to come up and play for you. So,
yeah.
what we need is 1 leader from each grade.
Come on up, Dave.
1 leader from each group.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you can't play.
I can't play. I played before.
So, 6th grade boys, Ben, Jill, come on up.
Hey, Eric, come on up, man.
Okay.
Yeah, come on up.
7th grade girls, who's coming? Yeah. Okay. So let's organize this, right? Okay, 7th grade. Can we have? Hey, Megan, can you come up and stand here? But we're gonna do by grade. So Megan, do you want to stand here in between? It's just easier that we know. That's fine. So Josh is gonna keep score, and you guys are gonna help your leaders, and they're gonna try to decipher what's being yelled. So you know how this works. You're gonna decide if something is a holiday or not a day. Pretty straightforward. And if your leader wins, they get to bring candy to small group. Right there. Okay, so let's get started. First slide. Okay,
All right.
International Tongue Twister Day. Let's
we're-
start off on the right
Yeah.
foot.
Oh, absolutely.
Now,
All right, leaders, what is it? Is it a holiday or not a day?
students, what do you
Wow.
think?
We're wild today.
Well, that's boring. Everyone says yes.
Wow, all across
They
the
all
board,
say
all
yes.
holiday. All right.
Okay, what's our answer?
Everybody's got a point.
Everyone gets
All
the first
right.
point.
All right.
Okay,
What about the next
awesome.
one?
Next one.
Next one, let's clean out your refrigerator day. Is it a holiday or is it not a day?
I try to do that every month. What do you think?
Ooh, okay. Okay, all across the board here.
Yes,
All
no,
right.
yes.
Down, up, down, down, up, up, up. Oh,
Okay, what do we got?
It's a holiday. There we go. No, Dave, no,
Hey, you're still in.
You're
Everyone,
still in, man.
No, you're still in. Get on up. You're playing the whole round. This counts for points at the end.
All the way to the
Okay.
end, man. All the way.
Next one. Play Monopoly Day. Playing Monopoly Day. Anyone's favorite game? Okay, Howden. Okay, keep them up, keep them up.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
You got it? Okay, cool. Yep, okay. Sweet. Next question.
National Love Your Red Hair Day. Man,
I was gonna say, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't have natural red hair. What do you think?
Wow.
What's the answer?
Yeah, what is the answer? It's a holiday.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Who got
Yeah.
it?
Oh,
Jamie
man.
got it. Okay, sweet.
right.
Next one.
Next one.
National Pucker from a Pickle Day.
Wow. Okay.
Someone doesn't know what that means, so
Yeah,
that's not a good
sure.
start. What do you think? Okay, we got our answers. What is the answer?
Not a day.
You got it.
Right.
Anyone?
Yeah, keep him up. Keep him up. All right. Yeah. Yeah, there we
Okay.
go. All right.
Next one.
Next one. Eat leftovers over the sink day.
Every day.
That's my every day.
Every day. Go take a seat. Go take a seat. Go take a seat. This is every day for me, guys. Okay, what's the answer?
It's a holiday.
That makes sense. Day after Thanksgiving. I think that makes sense. Okay. 6th grade. Okay, calm down. 6th grade and 7th grade girls are tied right now. So, great job, 6th grade and 7th grade girls. Next question. Stay home because you're well day.
Yeah, there we go.
I know.
All right.
Sounds like a pretty good deal. What do you think? What is it?
All right, there we go.
7th grade girls are in the lead,
Yeah.
so. Okay,
All right, what's the next one?
What's the next
Is there
one?
a next one? Uh-oh.
We're having a fun tech day. It's okay. Okay. No. Just. Okay. So. Hey, everyone. Thank you. Okay, because we're having a really fun tech day today, we're going to stop there for now. We're gonna pray, so we'll get back to it later. Okay, sweet. Leaders, you can take a seat. We will just put you on pause, and you'll have to see how it goes later. So, hey. So for right now, so everyone, hey, thank you. Okay, we're gonna go into a time of prayer. So if we can get the music to go down just a little bit, we're gonna pray and we're gonna go into worship. So as I pray, worship team, head on up. Awesome. Let's fold our hands, bow our heads, and pray. Dear Jesus, we love you and we thank you for this day that we can have so much fun and that we can worship you and learn more about you. God, we love you and we thank you so much that we had a week off, but we're back now and we're better than ever. Lord, as we go into worship and teaching in small groups, just be in our conversations, just be in this space, be in our hearts and in our minds, Lord. We love you. Amen.
Okay, so we're going through some technical difficulties right now. So the first song we're going to sing is This Is Amazing Grace. We're going to need a lot of your help, a lot of your singing, a lot of your clapping. Let's just have fun and worship with this one. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, Who breaks the power?
Who breaks the power of sin and darkness? Whose love is mighty and so much stronger? The King of glory, the King above all kings.
Who shakes the whole earth?
Who shakes the whole earth in holy wonder? Who leaves us breathless in all in wonder? The King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. That you would take my place. that you would bear my cross. You laid down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Oh, 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 who brings our chaos back into order, who makes me orphan, a son and daughter, the King of glory, the King of glory. With truth and justice, shines like the sun in all of its brilliance. The King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross. You lay down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me.
Sing, worthy is the Lamb who was slain.
Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain.
There it is.
Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy, worthy, worthy. Oh, this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross. You laid down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Oh, 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 oh,
You know, and it's amazing how, yeah, we have lights, we have technology, we have all this, but you know what? Even when that stuff fails, our God doesn't. And we know that no matter what, we can worship Him. That our God is God over everything. He's God over our homes. He's God over our family. He's God over technology and over sports and all of these things. So the God that we sing to right now, He doesn't care what we have. He's just so glad that we sing, that we lift our voices to Him. So we're going to sing a song, Good, Good Father, that is such a reminder about who God is. So let's sing that song, Good, Good Father.
I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard a tender whisper of love in the dead of night. You tell me that you're pleased that I'm never alone. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. And I see many searching for answers, far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers only you provide, because know just what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us.
Sing that again. You're perfect.
You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Love so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love. Love, love, you're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Let's pray. Father God, we thank you so much that this is who you are. God, you are a God who made us, who created us in your image. Even when we don't feel like it, even when we feel like, God, we're not worthy, you say that we are yours. You call us your sons and your daughters. God, you love us. You are our Father. And Lord, tonight, as we are here, we represent so many different families, so many different backgrounds, so many different things and experiences going on. But in this moment, we ask, as we go into our teaching, that you speak to us, God. You open our ears, you open our hearts. You know exactly where we are right now. And God, you're going to meet us in this moment. And God, you're going to show us what it means to follow you more. God, you're going to call us deeper. As we go into our teaching, we ask that you bless Lexi. Lord, put a word on her heart. May it be of you, and that be what we hear tonight. God, we thank you that we can come here and learn more about you and grow. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. You can have a seat.
Should probably have my mic on so you guys can hear me. But we figured everything out, so that's good.
Nice job.
Thanks. It's my job. It's fine. Okay. So we're starting a new series this week, and we've talked about it a couple of times already. This one's on the super fun topic of forgiveness, which is something that a lot of us need to learn about, a lot of us need to figure out how to do, a lot of us need to actually do in our own lives. When we forgive, we have to learn how to move on from the hurt, because, man, people are going to hurt us, and people are going to do things that we don't necessarily love. How we move on from hurt, frustration, being let down. And that's what we're going to talk about today in this new series. So to start us off, I'm going to paint a picture for you guys. When I was in middle school, I played clarinet. And I was a band kid, Yeah, I know. It's the best instrument. But I played a clarinet, right? And we're not going to look too hard at that picture because I'm not in there. I don't know what you're talking about. So, yep, you see me. So, when I was in middle school, and I'm sure still now, there were these things called festival that you had to go. Stop it. Okay, so when I was in band, there was this thing called festival where I had actually asked a bunch of people what it was called because I did not remember. But we practiced for months and months and months the same songs. I think it was like 2 over and over again. And we had to make sure that we played really well because we were going to be like judged and we were going to be told how well we did on either the song that we practiced or our sight reading, which I was terrible at sight reading. But because of this, I was getting ready for this festival. I was preparing. I had my band polo on, which is what we were all wearing in that. Sorry to anyone who knows me and is in that picture as well. We had our band polos on. We were at this school. And we had to like clean up our instruments. We had to make sure that they were all nice and clean. And I like pulled the rag through my clarinet and I wiped it down to make sure it was nice and shiny because this was something that was all about show. And so as I did this, one of the things, if you play clarinet, there's this thing called cork grease that you have to use. It's to make putting together your clarinet, like all the pieces, making it so much easier because it can be difficult. But I put the cork grease on, we were all set. I walk out on stage, so we had our lines that we were in. I walk out on stage holding my clarinet by the middle, which is what you're supposed to do. And as I was walking, all of a sudden, a loud bang, like quieted everyone. And all of a sudden, my clarinet got super, super light. I was like, oh, well, this is nice. I looked down, the bottom half of my clarinet is on the floor. And remember, we're being judged for this. And all of my friends turned and looked at me. They were not very professional. They were supposed to just get to their seats, right? They turned and looked at me, and for the rest of the year, I was made fun of. And to this day, they're like, do you remember when you did that? I'm like, no, that must have been someone else. So this happened to me, and I was mortified, right? And my friends, they made fun of me for ages to this day. And it was really hard to move on from because I was mad that my friends weren't like having my back, right? Because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to have your back and not make fun of you, right? That's how that's supposed to happen. But I had to move on from that because I was genuinely mortified and hurt. And to this day, it's a core memory. Like, it's up here forever. But chances are that you've not only experienced something small or silly like that, but you've also experienced some major things in life that you need to forgive people for. Things that really hurt and disappointed you, things you didn't expect, things you need to forgive people for, but it's really hard to do. Now, if you're anything like me, forgiveness doesn't come easy because that memory might be stored in my head, but I still remember my friends making fun of me. And it's not easy to let go of. Forgiving and moving on might seem like it's super simple, but it's not because these things you hold on to. So let's talk about this idea of forgiveness. What we're talking about, it means letting go of negative feelings that we have towards someone who has hurt, harmed, or disappointed us. Regardless of whether they actually deserve or want our forgiveness. And honestly, the stuff that we find ourselves needing to forgive just isn't that easy to let go of and move on from. So maybe you're dealing with a fight with a friend or someone saying something really hurtful behind your back or to your face, like me in that festival. Or a rumor being spread about you at school. Or maybe you're really hurt because one of your parents is gone. Or your dad cheated on your mom, or your older sister lied to you about something that she's doing? How are you supposed to move on from that? How are you supposed to forgive those people? What does it even mean to move on? The truth is, we've all been there before. And unfortunately, we will all probably be there again. Because sometimes people hurt us. Sometimes people embarrass us. They fight with us. They disappoint us. They end a relationship with us. They break our trust. And as a result, we feel stuck and we feel hurt and we feel like we're going to be stuck here forever. So what do we do then? Well, there's a couple of different ways, some of them healthy, some of them not, that we can get through things like that. One of them is just ignoring that there's a problem altogether. What problem? I don't know what you're talking about. No one did anything to hurt me. Nothing happened. That's not the right way. I'm just letting you know that right now. That will bring hurt later on. But no matter who hurt us, no matter how you were hurt, some of us try to get back at the person. That's another bad way to deal with it. Others of us say things we shouldn't, or even pretend that we're okay even though we're not. But here's the thing. No matter what you try to deal with or what you do to deal with who hurt you, it doesn't work. No matter how hard you try, it's not going to help you move on. Sure, you might feel better in the moment, but the feelings are still there. And they're still going to hurt you. So, what if I told you that there's another option? What if there was really a way for you to forgive and move on? So, I'm going to tell you about a guy named Paul. I'm going to grab my Bible because usually I have a table there, but I'm going to tell you about a guy named Paul. There was an early church leader who was super important. Thousands and thousands of years ago. Thousands, just thousands. It says thousands. He went around telling people about Jesus, and not only telling people about Jesus, but starting whole churches. He would send letters to the churches just to check in, to encourage them and to teach them. And what's cool is that we can read these letters today because they're all recorded in the Bible. I'm hoping that I'm going to say this name right, but the letter we're going to look at today was written to a church in a town called Thessalonica. If you've heard of the book of 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, that's the letter he wrote to them. Now, Paul had actually been driven out of Thessalonica by people who weren't super excited about the church growing, right? They saw this happening. They saw this movement going on. They were not happy about it. They were calling Paul a liar. They spread rumors about him. They treated him terribly. So how did Paul respond? He wrote them a letter. He needed to remind the people in Thessalonica what was actually true. He wanted to help this church get through all of the challenges that they were facing, right? Because the leaders did not like that this church was being built. He wanted to help this church get through these challenges, so he wrote them a letter. And it was not easy to be a follower of Jesus back then. Christians were often mistreated, just like Paul was. Remember, rumors were being spread. They called him a liar. They just treated him terribly. So that's why I think we can learn a lot about moving on from Paul. He was betrayed, he was lied to, and heartbroken and wronged. But if you keep following the story, you'll discover that Paul was actually able to move on. And we'll see that in what he wrote, which is in 1 Thessalonians 5, and it's verse 15, and it'll be on the screen for you. It says, make sure that no one pays back wrong for wrong, but always strive to do what is good for each other and for everyone else. I'm going to say that again. Make sure that nobody pays back wrong for wrong, but always strive to do what is good for each other and for everyone else. So like Paul, these Jesus followers in Thessalonica were being treated badly for following Jesus, right? They did not like that was happening, and it would have been totally normal for them to want to repay the evil that was happening. They were being mistreated. So what would you do? I mean, I probably wouldn't act the best if I was being spread rumors about and lied to and called a liar. But here, Paul challenged them to do not that. He encouraged them to stop the cycle of wrong for wrong, paying wrong for wrong over and over again. This cycle of this person wrongs you, so you wrong them back. So this person wrongs you, so you wrong them back. But he wanted them to focus on what was good, not just for them, but for everyone else. I know that it probably does not sound super easy, and that's because it's not. It's not easy to choose to let go of the pain that someone has caused us. It's right there in our memory. You're allowing these things and the people who caused them, all of these things that are happening wrong to you, the people who caused these things to have power over you. But they're not the ones feeling it. You are. You're the one who was wronged. So you're feeling what happens because of it. You're dealing with it every single day, and that means that you also have the power to stop it. You can break that cycle just like Paul encouraged them to. If you want to break the cycle you feel like you're stuck in, then you have a choice to let it go, to move on, to forgive. Because, and this is important to remember, when you don't forgive, it hurts you. I want to stop here, first of all, and say that this is very hard to do. It's very hard to just let go or forgive and move on, right? Because sometimes the person who hurts us never apologizes or wants to apologize or wants to admit that they did something to hurt you. Sometimes they might not even care about how you feel. But that doesn't seem fair. And you're right, it's not. But remember that forgiveness is about what's good for everyone, not just one another, not just you, not just me. It's good for everyone else. So, forgiving that other person helps you. It's good for you, and honestly, it helps you to be more like Jesus, because he had a lot of forgiving to do. I mean, he was hung on a cross. I would hold on to a little bit of bitterness if that happened to me. So, even if they never apologize or get punished for what they did, or even acknowledge that they hurt you, choosing to forgive will help you move on, and that's what's important. So, I do want to stop and say something here. If you're having a hard time moving on because someone has physically hurt you or even abused you, that's not okay. It's not okay that that's happened to you. It's understandable that you're having a hard time moving on. And first, I want to say that I'm sorry that you're dealing with that because it's not right. Forgiveness never makes what they did right. Please hear me when I say that while forgiveness can help you in this situation, moving on does not mean that you need to pretend that it never happened or pretend that you're okay. And it doesn't mean that you can't speak up. In fact, I'd say that forgiveness for you starts with speaking up and telling someone that you trust about what's going on. Speaking up isn't telling on someone and telling someone or trying to get them in trouble, right? It's loving yourself enough to keep yourself and others safe. Now, if you're in the situation where you're being hurt or you're being abused, please talk to one of us because you're not alone. I want to encourage you to talk to your small group leader, to talk to Josh or I or another adult that you trust. They want to get you the help that you need to make sure you're safe and healthy to move on. And if I'm being really honest, this is a part of my story too. And it has been so difficult to move on. And it's something that I need to work on still to this day. And it's been many years. So just know it takes a village of support to get through something like that. And you have it here. And I'm sure you have another adult that you trust. And your leaders are here for you. And we love you. And we want what's best for you. So We all have what it takes to remember that forgiveness takes more than a moment. In some cases, it can take years. In some cases, months, weeks, days, hours, but it takes more than just a moment. It doesn't magically make everything better, right? Paul had to make the choice to forgive more than one time. And sometimes he had to do it over and over and over again. He had to forgive even when it didn't feel good or feel good right away, or even if it wasn't deserved by these other people. But he did it because he knew that it was ultimately for his own good. And that's the same choice that we can make too, because when you don't forgive, it hurts. It hurts you. It hurts other people. So what can we do to help ourselves move on? There are 4 things that I want you to try this week. I'm giving you homework. First of all, be honest about how you feel. It's okay to be hurt and to be upset or angry of something that someone has done. It's okay to be sad, to be disappointed, or feel like something's unfair, but pretending that these feelings that you're feeling aren't really there is not going to help, unfortunately. It's not going to make them go away. We can still allow ourselves to feel this way and admit when we feel this way, but also move on and move forward in a healthy way. Second, remember that everyone is worthy of forgiveness. And this one's a tough one. No matter what we do in our lives or who we are, when we mess up, when we have regrets, when we feel guilt or shame for something we've done, God's forgiveness is always freely given to us, and so we need to freely give it to other people. He gives us the grace even when we don't deserve it, and so we're supposed to give grace to other people as well. So when you're feeling like you've made a mistake, remember that you're worthy, and you get forgiveness. The Lord gives you forgiveness. But also, it goes further than that, and we're called to do the same for other people. When other people have hurt you, when other people have messed up, they're worthy of forgiveness too. Because no matter what they've done, the truth is that they are also one of God's creation, and they deserve the same that you do, even if they really hurt you or did something to hurt you. 3, choose to move on. You can decide to move on from the hurt that you're holding on to and make a choice to move toward forgiveness. This can look different for all of us. Choosing to move on, again, does not mean that that doesn't mean that what they did was right. It doesn't mean you have to run up and tell someone right away, I forgive you, because that might be a lot, but that's not what that means, right? It means something that you're doing for yourself. Maybe you write a letter to this person that you never actually send to them, and this person hurt you, but you can get out all of your thoughts and feelings. Maybe you pray for them. Maybe you end that prayer by telling God, I forgive them and I'm letting it go. Or maybe it means you have a hard conversation with someone. Difficult conversations are not fun to have, but you take a step back and you talk to an adult how you're feeling. You talk to them how you're feeling. Whatever this looks like for you, know that moving on is a choice that you're making to help you move forward. And finally, repeat. Move forward over and over and over again. Remember that forgiveness takes more than a moment. It's not just a one and done thing. Paul had to forgive people over and over and over again. It doesn't magically make everything better, but when you keep choosing to forgive, you're doing what's good for everyone, starting with yourself. So, we all have things that we need help moving on from, right? And it's important to talk to other people that you trust, to talk to your leaders, even your friends. That's why we have our small groups too. Your group is a place where you can process the things that you need to give forgiveness for. So today I want to encourage you to be honest with your group and about how you feel about forgiveness. I promise that you'll be glad you did. So remember, when you don't forgive, it hurts you. Now, as you head to your small group, think about this question. What's one thing that you have had a hard time moving on from? Think about it. If there is more than one thing, great, talk about it. That's what your small groups are for. So what we're gonna do right now is we are going to head to small groups. Leaders, come back 5 minutes before it says to in the small groups so that we can restart the game. Okay. Check, check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Okay, awesome. Everyone come back in, take a seat really, really fast. It'll be great. Hey, everyone, thank you. Okay, 6th grade boys. Are you here? 6th grade boys. Okay, 7th grade boys. Okay, 8th grade boys, are you here? Okay, 6th grade girls, are you here? 7th grade girls, are you here? 8th grade girls. Sweet. Okay, now we're gonna do a quick little closing thought and we're gonna get back to our game, right? Okay, everyone, let's quiet down, please. Okay. So, I have my friend Theo up here to help me with my teaching. So, as you're all coming in, guys, please, we're trying to get done for the night. So, can't do that if you're talking. Maddie, go find a seat. Go find a seat. Wait, go where your seat was. There are seats in this room for everyone. Okay, so, everyone. Thank you. Okay, so, Theo, as I'm talking, I'm gonna need you to put these shoes on. There you go. So, hey, everyone. Thank you. Okay. As that's happening, these shoes are going to fit him perfectly. We had Chris go out and grab them from Ripple Effect earlier. And so these shoes are going to be way too small for Theo. And thank you, buddy, for doing that for me. But once he gets them on, which will take a bit because he has his cowboy boots on, which are pretty cool, he's gonna walk around. How many of you guys have walked in shoes that are way too small for you? When you have to, yes. Okay, hey, thank you. If you've walked in them for more than like 5 minutes, it hurts. It's really uncomfortable. You can get blisters, blisters and sores, and your feet are super cramped. Okay. So, when this happens and you're walking around in these shoes that are way too small for your feet, it's uncomfortable. They're pretty tight. It's pretty terrible. It's not a fun time, right? This is a lot like, if I can get everyone's attention, please. Thank you. This is a lot like forgiveness. When we spend our lives, take a walk around stage, Theo. When we spend our lives walking around, okay, come on. Okay, hey, guys. Yes, it's funny, but there's a point here, and I want you to get this. This is a lot like forgiveness. When we spend our lives walking around with the pain that someone has caused us, it hurts us in the long run, which those shoes are going to do to Theo if I make him wear them for more than a couple minutes. So, how do they feel?
Terrible.
He says terrible if you couldn't hear them. That's the point. Okay, when you have shoes that actually fit you, right? They're comfortable, they aren't causing any pain. Unlike these little tiny shoes here, you can take them off. Thank you. We made our point. When you have shoes that fit you, they're comfortable. You can walk around for a long time, right? There's nothing distracting us. There's no pain that we're holding on to. Just like those tiny shoes, though, when you don't forgive people, it gets uncomfortable. It can get a little painful. It can get annoying because it's with us all the time. You can go ahead and sit down. Thank you. So, we'll give them that. When we throw out those teeny shoes that don't fit us, right? When we're wearing shoes that are comfortable, when we forgive people and we let go of the things that we're holding on to, we can start to live without the distraction of pain and hurt. We can walk forward in a much healthier way. Get it? Walking? There you go. Okay. So, what if you decided to throw out those old pair of shoes? The ones that don't fit, the ones that are uncomfortable. What if you choose to let go of what's hurting you for the good of everyone, including yourself, right? So, main point for the night. Remember, when you don't forgive, it hurts you. To avoid that hurt, you need to start by being honest with how you feel. It's okay to feel all the emotions that come with that hurt. It's not okay to pretend that it's not there. It's okay to not be strong all the time. You don't need to act like you're tough. Next, you need to remember that everyone is worthy of forgiveness. Just as God is so forgiving and has forgiven all of you time and time again for the ways that you've messed up, other people are worthy of forgiveness too, right? After you've done all that, choose to move on. True forgiveness cannot happen if you keep holding back everything that's holding on to you. I think of carrying a backpack everywhere, and every time you get hurt or every time something happens to you, you add like another book or, you guys are in school, so you add another book or another pencil case or something else. You're adding to this load that you're carrying on with you all the time. But when you choose to move on, you're leaving that where you're at, and you don't need to carry that forward with you. Moving on is a choice you're making to help you move forward. Finally, repeat. This isn't something you will do over and over and over. This is something you'll do over and over and over again. It's not something that you're just going to do once. You're going to need to put in the practice. You're going to have many people in life to forgive, unfortunately. But when you put in the practice, it gets easier. So, as we think about that, as we think about the things that we still need to let go of, we still need to move on from, we are going to pray. And as I do, leaders for the game, can you please come on up on the stage, and we are going to finish this thing. So, as this happens, though, everyone, hey, we're going to pray first. Thank you. So, fold your hands, close your eyes, bow your heads, and let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you so much that you have forgiven us and shown us what it means to forgive other people. Lord, we have messed up and other people have messed up. Show us what it means to forgive other people like you forgive us. Lord, as these students are going throughout their weeks, I just pray that they really think about those things that they're holding on to, those hurts that are getting a little bit uncomfortable, and that you show them what it means to move on in a healthy way with a great community of leaders and friends by their side. In your name, amen.
Amen. So, hey, we're going to give a little quick update on points right here. It looks like the 8th graders have a couple half points. So, 6th grade boys, 2, 7th grade boys, 3, 8th grade boys, 3, 6th grade girls, 4, 7th grade girls, 5, 8th grade girls, 4. What's the next one? Here we go.
Bad Neighbor Appreciation Day. Holiday or not a day? Bad Neighbor Appreciation Day.
Bad Neighbor Appreciation Day. 8th grade girls, Bad Neighbor Appreciation Day. Don't you dare look it up.
What do you think?
I see it down. Oh, wait, switch. I need to switch. The 8th grade. There we go. Okay. Up, down, down, up, down, up. What is it? 6th grade girls, 7th grade girls, 8th grade boys. Okay, here we go. What's our next one? Right up here, we've got Start Your Own Country Day. What do we got? 8th grade boys are almost catching up. 6th grade girls are 1 behind. 8th grade boys are 2 behind. What do we got? Jill, Megan, Bet. There we go. 6th graders, 7th grade, and 8th grade now has 5. There we go.
Okay. Next one. Oh, cool.
Well,
So we don't have a tie to break.
we don't need a tiebreaker because the 7th grade girls took it by 1.
Okay. So everyone,
You had a couple half points.
give a round of applause for your leaders.
That was like. Hey, seventh grade girls. 7th grade girls. Here, real quick. You can either split this up and take it home with you tonight, or you can have it next week during small group. Next week during small
Next
group.
week. Okay,
I heard
everyone
mo-
needs to be here though.
Yep, I heard more next week during small group.
Yep.
7th grade girls, you know what? How about this? I see some holes in here too. I'll fill it for you. That'll get packed out for next week. Have a great week. We will see you next Sunday night. What? That's like Morris. That's like Morris code. Look it. It's like Morris code. It's like dot dot dash. It's like it's Morris code.